Alright, welcome. Here is the video review for Transformers Earthspark Deluxe Megatron. He is the only Earthspark Deluxe that I saw at my local Target the other day. I would like to get a Twitch at some point. Maybe Bumblebee down the road, like Optimus and some of the... I want to see what Grimlock looks like on the back of the packaging. It just shows his face. So he is coming. But regardless, here's Megatron. And he's actually pretty cool. Now, he does come with... This line has a Build-A-Figure, and it is a Mandroid. And everybody comes with bits of him. And I just think it's funny that this Megatron, the part that he includes is, in fact, just a plain, severed human arm. Canonically, of all of the Megatrons to come with a severed human arm, this Megatron, who is a good guy in the series, who has changed his ways and joined the Autobots, or at least joined the human coalition to make lives better for Cybertronians and was working with the Autobots, comes with a severed human arm. Like Prime Megatron, he's probably got a whole collection of severed human arms. Not surprising. Just kind of silly. I mean, it is just a Build-A-Figure part. Somebody had to come with a human arm. I just think it's ironic that this Megatron is the one they packaged with a human arm. Anyway, vehicle mode. It is a little simpler than some figures. He's also a little smaller than I was expecting. And I do think, I love this design for Megatron. I think it would be better served in a larger size class as a Voyager. And hopefully that we get something like that down the line. Although the cartoons, with the exception of like the Netflix cartoons, but the mainline cartoons don't tend to get really large figures unless they're like the spin changer type gimmick things. I would love to see this as a dedicated Voyager class figure, or larger, just to make it really pop. And you see he does have a fake cockpit on his chest. We'll get to that. He kind of looks like a trilobite. He's a VTOL. Like, these can rotate and take off. They do not rotate here on the toy, unfortunately. Again, something I think they could probably figure out how to do on a Voyager or a larger class figure. But he does kind of look like a trilobite with propellers, which I kind of dig. It's not 100% accurate to his show alt mode, but does it well enough. It's fun. It is not a deep toy by any means. It's a fairly simple transformation, and it's smaller than I would like in robot mode, even aside from just the limitations of, I think a Voyager could be better engineered, but also just as a figure, it's a little on the small side. And we'll get to that. But it's fun. His propellers spin. That's pretty much all you're getting here in vehicle mode. He's got some fake wheels down here. And like I said, if you open him up, you can kind of see how he transforms just looking at the underside of it. But Transformer, we'll go ahead and pop these pieces off the propellers. And then these connect together to form his fusion cannon. Just like that. And we'll set that off to the side for the time being. Transformer, you're just going to kind of pop this piece up like this. You can see that frees up his legs. Unpeg the legs down here. Actually, you probably unpeg the legs even without flipping that up, but it just gives you a little better access. Flip the feet in like that. Flip the feet forward. It does have some ankle tilt in there, which is nice. Flip the feet forward. These detach. They're tabbed in right there and then fold down on the pegs. Although you did see it kind of pop off there. You kind of have to make sure to hold them in place. They do like to pop off those ball joints during transformation. Once you're in robot mode or alt mode, because they tab in, they lock in, and in robot mode, they tend to stay on pretty securely, but there's something about rotating them here. Sometimes this one especially likes to just pop right off that ball joint, so you got to be careful with. There's just a certain point where it can slide off very easily. Then up here, unpeg the kind of wing bits from the body, and that also extends the arm. And then there's a little tab up here you want to make sure snaps all the way up into the upper part there. And then the arms come down to the sides, like that. Rotate them forward, and then rotate the arm panel kind of around so the propeller sits around the back. You can get them around the front way, but it's easier to just fold them back like that. And then you can see what we're going to do here. Just that angles up, but this whole piece collapses all the way up and snaps into place, popping his head up. Then you can kind of fold that panel down. There he is in robot mode. The cannon can peg into either arm. Canonically, he wears it over here. You can peg on his fusion cannon. And there he is. And like I said, it's small. He's small. He does have hollow legs and some hollow bits on the back of the arms. You don't see those too much just in displayed from the front. Like I said, I think he's like his head sculpt is a little soft, I guess, soft on the details, but it's not completely inaccurate to what's in the show. And overall, I find this to be a very nice physical representation of the character that we see on Earthspark. Now, like I said, it could be better if it were a Voyager. I would love to see something a more detailed version of him down the line. A larger version would be cool. But for what it's trying to do, this is a very nice representation of the character from the show here on your desk. He's got a ball joint at the neck. Lets him look around. He's got a ball joint in the shoulder, a little limited because of the big shoulder piece here, but it's there. Ball joint at the elbow, no wrist swivel, no waist swivel. But he's got ball joint hips, a thigh swivel, pretty decent hinged knees, and then you got the toe articulation as well as the side-to-side ankle tilt. And these pieces can get out of the way as well. So he's fairly articulated. And like I said, I saw a lot of people complaining when they first hit about feeling cheap and hollow. He feels small for the price point. The hollowness doesn't... a lot of it... I mean, I guess the arms could be a complaint, but even then, they're still pretty full up in there, and they got to have room to plug things in. The legs are a little hollow, but you need that for transformation to fold up around the calves. And because he's such a smaller figure, he doesn't really have the room for the panels. And because of the design, too. If he were a chunkier, more squared-off robot, you might be able to find a way to fill that or have a panel flip in for that. I'm happy with it. It's not perfect, but if you watched Earthspark and enjoy it and want a version of this Megatron, I like his alt mode, I like his robot mode, and again, it's smaller than I would prefer, but it's a solid representation of the character that I enjoyed on the show, and I'm happy to have him. So yeah, there is Earthspark Deluxe Megatron.